All right, let's see if you can hear us that way. Can you guys hear us now? Ooh, I'm not sure what happened there. All right, let's see if you can hear us that way. Can you guys hear us now? Ooh, I'm not sure what happened there. All right, let's see if you can. Okay, so we can tell that we have sound now, but now we have no video. So this is interesting. Wow. Okay, so hang on, folks. We're going to get this figured out. We have a new camera, so I think that might have something to do with it. I think maybe I just did...
sound only.
I think I did capture sound only. And I'm not supposed to be doing that. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to actually delete this, and we're going to re-add it. I'm going to put you back with a countdown and see what you guys can see. Let's get this figured out. Hold on, we'll be right back. All right, let's see if you can see us and hear us. If you can give us a thumbs up and say, yes, we can see you and hear you. This is awesome. Okay. Up and say, yes, we can see you and... No, not thumbs up and down. No. Okay, so I think we can see and hear now. We've worked that out. This is what happens when you have a new video camera delivered on Sunday afternoon while you're at open houses and you get it set up.
Try to.
At least a half an hour right before you go live. But the good news is we have a new video camera, which is awesome because now Russ can have his webcam back for his videos in the office, which is good.
Yeah, I'll be able to do my bonbons.
Yeah, because normally what we do is we do quite a bit of video, individual video emails out to people, and I've been nagging Russ about doing more of his video emails, and he's like, I can't, you stole my camera. I'm like, okay, fair enough. So we bought a new camera this week, and now this one is solely dedicated just to doing our live broadcasts and our videotaped stuff, so Russ can keep his webcam now.
Yes.
You happy now?
Yeah, we got a little nifty tripod.
I will say this is
really
really cool.
Out.
So we bought the webcam because we like the brand, we like the style, and we like it. What we didn't know when we purchased it was that it came with this nifty little tripod.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So it might work with my GoPro as well.
It probably would work with your GoPro.
So
anyway, we're gonna try and find something to use this handy little thing for.
Yeah, because we use a bigger tripod, a full-size tripod for our broadcast, but this will come in very handy for other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russ is very excited because it was a new toy that he didn't know he was getting, and he got a new toy today. So if you see him fiddling with something in front of him here, it's a tripod. That's all it is.
Cool.
Okay, so moving on, folks. Thanks for joining us so much this week. We really appreciate you being here. And we're going to take a look at some of the really cool stuff that's going on. And next thing up is This Week in Real Estate News.
Yeah, what's in the news this week?
Well, we already talked about this. Don't you remember?
No.
No?
I got a short memory.
He has a very short memory. All right, so here we go. First of all, okay, so let me just say, we do not get into politics. All right, we are not going to talk politics. We are not going to touch that.
I can't even vote over here.
Right.
So therefore,
he can't even vote. Not. We're definitely not going to talk about politics. However, when it's something relates to real estate, I think it's kind of interesting. And so when we saw this article this week, I went, oh yeah. So, and I'm going to tell you why I found it so interesting and why it's something that I I don't know. For me, I thought this was interesting, and I'll explain it in a little bit here. So anyway, so Bernie Sanders, I'm going to push this over again. Bernie Sanders has a plan for property. All right. On the bottom here is actually a quote from him. Every American must have a safe, decent, affordable home as a fundamental right.
Cool.
Yeah. So here's what's interesting about this, I think, is that Russ and I kind of have different opinions on this. So you have to understand that Britain is actually a socialist country. People are like, no, they're not. Yes, they actually are. Socialism is the model of their government. It's actually a monarch that rules over a socialist country. They have tons of social programs. Well, Russ will tell you, he has 2 children. They're adults now, but when they were kids, he got money from the government just because he had kids. Every family gets money from the government just because they have a child.
Yeah, it's called child benefit.
Right, it's a child benefit, and it doesn't matter what your income is unless you're like in the top 1% people, but everybody gets a child benefit, which is like, was it paid monthly or quarterly or yearly?
It's paid monthly.
Paid monthly. So there you go. So, and then everybody over there has like housing, and there's all sorts of socialist programs that they have in the UK. So when he heard about Bernie Sanders' plan, he went, well, of course people should have affordable homes. And then I said to him, yeah, but what about these people that trash homes all the time? You know, these renters who don't take care of property and really just destroy every opportunity. Or these people who buy too big of a property for what they can afford and just don't care and don't pay their mortgage. Who foots that bill?
Well, if they don't pay the mortgage, they lose the house.
Yeah, but Bernie Sanders is saying that everybody should have a right to affordable housing. What is affordable, first of all? And what is safe?
What they can afford in a safe neighborhood.
Okay, but what if their behavior has pushed them to the point where a safe neighborhood is not an option because they are part of the
problems? We still have people
problems.
like that in the UK, and they can be evicted. But also local government, so your city council would actually own homes that they rent to members of the public. So if you're on a low income, you can actually get state housing
But we
where
have
you
that
pay the rent direct to them.
But we have that over here. It's just not necessarily safe, and some of those
Is it
areas.
owned by the state?
Yeah, it's owned by the government.
Really?
Usually, they're called
Okay.
projects, and stuff.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of the people who live in the projects, I would say about maybe 10% of the people who live in the projects, a lot of times things like gangs get set up by about 10% of them,
Mm-hmm.
which then of course makes 90% of them unsafe. Which
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the 90% doesn't deserve to live in a safe place. How do we make that safe, affordable, and decent housing? That's the problem. Because unless we're sitting here and forcing people to do what we want them to do, that's kind of difficult. And in a country like the US, where guns are not, exactly regulated, they're regulated in the UK. So Bernie Sanders' plan, I mean, I get where he wants people to have great affordable homes. And I think his heart is in the right place, don't get me wrong. But what's interesting is that the reason this popped on my screen and the reason this popped on our radar is because it talks about the iBuyer programs, which are a very techie kind of way to buy a home.
Yeah.
The iBuyer programs are the ones that would suffer the most if his plan went into place. So you know what's ironic about that? Most of Bernie Sanders supporters are iBuyer type candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the tech buyers are in his core constituents. So essentially, he's telling his core constituency that he wants them to be disadvantaged for the sake of other people. What do you think about that, guys? What do you think? Do you think that'll fly with his core constituents?
Yeah.
It's an interesting idea. I'm just really interested to see what happens with that. But we're going to move on because we're not into politics, but I just thought it was a really, really interesting program. So, and his idea. I agree, though. People should be able to have a safe, decent, affordable home, but there's an awful lot that needs to be fixed in our government
There is. Yeah.
in order to make things safe and
Not just in
affordable.
the government, but in society as a whole.
Exactly. So we're going to move on to something even better. So this is not a government program. This is actually a private organization, and this is one of our favorite things. So we're going to move on to something super positive. So here in Racine, we have a group called Veterans Outreach, and they have what is called the Tiny Home Village.
Yeah.
We've
It's a
been
great
there.
place. We've been there. We've donated to the
Our
cause.
office raised money
Yeah.
for them, and then we went over there and just presented them with a check a few months ago, and it was
Yeah.
so cool. It's just, and of course they gave us a tour of the facilities and of their program. They explained more about what's going on. Those of us that actually showed up for the check presentation and stuff, we got a full tour of the entire place. So first of all, for those of you that don't know what a tiny home is, it's basically like a small trailer, very, very small trailer. It
Shouldn't
pretty
have
much
even
is
put a picture
one.
on.
Yeah, that's true. I probably should have had a
Yeah.
picture of a tiny home.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Why don't you talk about the tiny homes, and let's see if I can pull a picture up really quick.
We should have one on Facebook from when
I
we
understand.
donated.
Why don't you talk about tiny homes
Sure.
and tell people what it's
So
about?
it's a great, it's for the veterans, you know, if they're homeless. They've got 15, I think, at the Racine facility. There's 15 homes, and they are fully used at the moment. So there's no vacancies left there. So, but they have communal showers and
Toilets.
restrooms, toilets,
Mhm.
because at the Racine site they weren't allowed to put facilities into the tiny homes, so they were only small homes. It's got a bedroom, a sitting area, things like that, but they have a communal room where they can go and cook. They've got cooking facilities there, they get meals there, they get all the training to be able to manage their finances and to help them get back on track, to find them a job and things like that. It's a really, really good cause. And so they've just now been given permission to buy, is it 7 acres, I believe, that
Something like that.
they're
Something like
buying
7 acres.
in Milwaukee, and so they're going to build a bigger facility there for the veterans. It's a fantastic cause. If you ever get the chance to, you know, go along to experience what they do, fully recommend it. They sometimes take the tiny homes out to community events to show people what a tiny home is all about. And so it's a great thing that they do there. Have you managed to?
I can't. It's because I'm in the middle of it. I don't think it's going to let me. I'm trying to just add the source of... I don't want to add an existing source. I want to add a new source. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can get a new source up here. And almost got there. But anyway, so what they've done in Milwaukee, you want to talk about what they've done in Milwaukee?
They're doing actually bigger tiny homes.
Here we go. I found a source, guys. All right.
So they're slightly bigger. The tiny homes are going to be a bigger size, and so they do have toilet facilities. You know, they have a toilet and a sink in there, so they're slightly bigger, and that's great news.
All right, so there you go,
Absolutely
folks.
great
You
news.
can take a look at what the tiny home village looks like. So you can see kind of the size of these tiny homes. They are tiny homes, but they are one of the coolest things in Racine. I mean, there's just no
It
way.
gives people the independence they require, but at the same point, they've got the safety net of having people there on site that can advise them, that can help them.
So I think what the best thing is that is the private organization. It is
Yeah.
not government funded. They take no government funding. They raise all their money from corporations and private organizations that don't have any influence. It's just total, like, here's money for veterans, for the Veterans Outreach Center, and they can use it however they want. They do have a board that oversees it, so they are
Yeah.
responsible. But then what they do is they work through with these veterans who are facing homelessness. For a lot of them, they're facing homelessness, and they work through how to, like you said, how to manage their money, how to live responsibly, etc. And they're usually there, what they say, for a year and a half, I think.
Yeah.
A year to a year and a
But
half.
even once they've moved out, they're still able to go back and have a meal there if they want. Because these people build up some camaraderie with the staff and the other residents there.
Well, and the other thing is they want these success stories to come back and encourage the new people to be able to be a success as well. So it's a really great like team building. It supports our veterans. It teaches them how those that have been at risk, who are homeless or maybe have not had the medical care they need and the different things like that, they get them into the care they need. They get them back on their feet, and the idea is to then put them back into the community and be able to get them into either a rental or a home purchase situation. So it's not just about giving them a handout. It's about getting them reset back up, and maybe your life has kind of cut them down. So what is very, very cool about this whole thing is that they have been trying for about, I want to say it's been about 2 years. They've been working with the city of Milwaukee, trying to get it. And they finally this week, Milwaukee okays the purchase of land, and they okayed the proposal for the veterans.
And it was unanimous as well.
Yes, it was a unanimous vote. So the proposal for Veterans Outreach Tiny Home Village, which was so great. So what the cool thing is it's a grant. It's a great program. These are actually going to be slightly larger than the ones in Racine. They also, the ones in Milwaukee are going to have a sink and a toilet. One of the things they wanted to do in Racine that they weren't able to, and it had to do with the infrastructure wasn't there.
Yeah.
And they weren't able to do it. They were not able to put sinks and toilets in each little home. They were only able to put them in a central location building.
Yes,
Well, at the one in Milwaukee, what they already have the approval and the plans to be able to put a sink and a toilet in each tiny home, and then just have central showers.
Yeah.
Which is so nice. And of course they have the central room where they all take turns making dinners and making food for each other and serving each other and just kind of working in that community.
It's a great setup. They have a larder there, a pantry, a big pantry.
Nice British word, larder.
Yeah, larder. That they can just go in and pick out whatever they want.
But they actually buy it. They just
it.
have like these credits that they're allowed to spend every month. So it helps them learn to balance their budget and balance their money. But all the food is donated. All the facilities are donated as far as that goes. So it really helps these guys to get back on their feet and really gets them. So they're going to have the sink and the toilets in the home, and then the central showers, and of course the central living space as well. So we were so excited because this is a project that we have supported here in Racine, and we know they've been working on to get up into the city of Milwaukee as well. This is a huge deal, and it may not seem like a huge deal.
It's close to our heart, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Anything for the vets, we like to help out in any way we can. Mm-hmm. And this is one of the programs that we really got behind at Shore West.
Absolutely.
At our office, and have done, a lot of collecting.
One of our agents is on the board at the Veterans Outreach Center. Don't know how much longer he's going to be able to do that job because it's not like he's a young guy, but it's definitely something that's close to our hearts, and we hope it's close to yours as well. And it's just such exciting news to know that they got that approval, they got the purchased land.
Because they're not just looking in Milwaukee now. They're saying that they want to be able to replicate this system across the country.
Across the country. They're looking at, now that they've gotten the okay from Milwaukee and they're moving forward, there's two things. If you are interested in helping with this, there are two things that you can do to help. One, contact us. Let us know if you want to donate any funds, because they are continuing to do fundraising. Even though they have the approval from the city of Milwaukee and they have the money to purchase the land, they still are going to need the money to put in the infrastructure and to build the tiny homes and to get everything up and running. That's just like step one, basically. Mm-hmm. So if you're interested in donating, let us know, and I will try and find a link to put it in here at the end of the broadcast so that you can just go on there and click to donate. If I can find a click to donate. I don't know if I can find a click to donate, but if we can find one, we will put it on here. If not, just contact us, and we are happy to help you know how to contact them to donate. So that's number one thing. Number two thing that you can do to help is if you are interested in promoting something like this in your city where you are, because I know some people are watching this outside of Wisconsin. Number two thing you can do is start talking to your people about that, and we'll be happy to put you in touch with their leadership as well, because they want to take this. The next city they want to take it to is Madison.
And then, they're
And
already talking national as well. So
Yep.
they want to spread the word, and show the model for what they do
It's such
across
an
the country.
easy to replicate
Yeah.
model. It really is. And it's just so awesome. So two things you can do to help. One, you can donate. Two, you can promote it in your city, wherever you are. Another thing you can do to help is if you are local to the Racine area or the Milwaukee area, they will absolutely take you on as far as like if they want, like if you want to donate time. If maybe you don't have a whole lot of money, but you really feel strongly about veterans and really about helping them get back on their feet,
and you
can
don't
absolutely
need
donate
specific
time.
skills. Even if you have the skills of being able to cook a meal once,
Boil some pasta.
go down there and cook the vets a meal.
Yeah.
They would love it. You just sign
Lots
up
of
for
community.
it. Tell them that you want to cook them a meal, and go down there, and they'll give you the time. And you can provide the food and cook them. What's your favourite meal? Spaghetti bolognese or lasagna? You can cook it all there. They've got a fantastic kitchen.
Absolutely. So you can do that for the current one, or you can also get on the schedule for the new one.
Yeah.
So let's move on, though. We've spent a lot of time talking about what the new stuff this year. So we're going to talk about now what is new on the market. What is new on the market, Russ?
New on the market, the first one with the 75 to 150 mark is 2611 Charles Street.
2611 Charles Street in Racine. This is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, no garage. There seems to be a trend happening with some of these houses, and actually we've got 2 today. One of them was kind of a surprise to me, but it's a great house, so I understand why you picked it. But this one is 0.1 of an acre. It's a tiny little lot. No wonder there's no garage.
It has got off-road parking though.
It does have it does have a driveway, but it does not have any room on that lot for a garage. That's the problem. So 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom, no garage, and this is courtesy of Shore West. Yay, Shore West. All right, one of our favorite agents, in fact, has this particular listing.
Yeah.
But you really want to come talk to us, because even though he's one of our favorite agents to work with, come work with us. We'll represent you as the buyer, and then he can represent the seller.
Yeah.
That's even better, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this great little house. All right, there we go. There's the front of the house. And
really nice porch on the front, so you can sit out and watch the
real
world
classic
go
craftsman
by.
style house there, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome. All right, moving on. Wow, what a great looking kitchen.
Yeah, it's got plenty of cabinets there.
What's the price on this one?
This one is $114,900.
$114,900. That's actually really nice. Now this right here, this looks like, let's see if I can get my pointer to point on here. Oops, I'm gonna go back. I'm trying to point at stuff and it won't let me point, Russ. It won't let me point. Okay, so if you can look at this, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see that there is the pantry. These look like original pantries right here. So that looks really cool. And then we've got this, and then of course we've got the silver, nice stainless steel fridge there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it looks like they've mirrored the flooring onto
the wall.
Onto the backdrop of the unit.
I think we may have just gotten a text from that agent. Oh, nope, somebody else.
Yeah.
It is from that agent, but that's because Russ actually, we'll talk about that in a little bit later. So here is the, look at that.
It's amazing,
Okay.
isn't it? Look at those
I gotta
floors.
say, for $114,900, is it?
$114,900.
$114,900, that is a really nice looking floor.
1,300 square feet.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
And 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
That is such a bargain. Look at that huge craftsman style house. Are the bedrooms upstairs or on the
No,
main?
they're all on the main.
Oh my goodness.
There's another room, 14 by 30 on the upper.
Okay, so there's just like a big rec room in the upper area.
Uh-huh.
Nice chill lounge space. Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So you got 3
So
bedrooms.
it's got a dining room, living room, kitchen, three
Three bedrooms
bedrooms,
on the
all
main.
on the main. And then
And good size bedrooms too.
Yeah.
That's really, really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my pick of the week for that price point.
For the 75 to 150, that's a real bargain, folks. If you have any questions about it, definitely let us know. And let's go on from this. All right. So our next house, I'm really not doing well with the PowerPoint today, am I, Russ? Okay, there we go. 150 to 250K. Our next one is 1648 Kuiper Lane. Now, I don't know if the people local here call it Kuiper Lane, because I have found that sometimes my pronunciation does not match. But I have a friend, and this is her last name, and she pronounces it Kuiper, so I'm going to pronounce it Kuiper.
I would say Kuiper.
Okay.
It's a Dutch name.
It's a Dutch name, in case any of you didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, all right. 1648 Kuiper Lane in Mount Pleasant, 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, and a 2.5 car garage, courtesy of Dream Realty. Really nice looking, but it is only about 1,000 square feet above grade, it looks like, and it doesn't look like there's any.
Yeah, it's 994 square feet above grade. But it's a cute house.
Cute house,
ranch.
though. Yeah, nice ranch style house.
Yeah.
3 bedrooms on the main. There's a big there's a moderate sized rec room in the lower though.
On the lower level, yeah.
Oh, that's a really nice
Which they
space.
haven't actually put the size down. But look at that kitchen, diner, open plan into the living area.
That's really nice the way they've opened up the kitchen.
Yeah.
Really nice dark cabinetry there too. So well presented, that's for sure. Whether this is real furniture or stage furniture, it's definitely presented nicely. Like that. Oh, nice big backyard.
Nice big deck on the, yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
I thought that was a really good area. It's a nice home. And that one's on the market for $195,000.
$195,000. Kind of a small house for that price, but
almost a quarter of an acre though. It's 0.22 of an acre, so a double city lot really.
Okay, well that's good. At least it's got some space around it. All right, let's move on to the 250 to 350K. This is 8530 48th Avenue in Kenosha, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and this was another surprise for me because I was surprised Ross picked this, but then I saw some of the pictures and I understand why.
Once again, this one doesn't have a garage.
Yeah, no garage, and it's $280,000. So I was kind of surprised. This is courtesy of Shore West Realtors. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Good job, Jill. All right.
But this is also on 0.72 of an acre.
Okay, so it's got a lot of acreage with it.
Yeah, you get some nice land almost, you know.
And you got those big double church doors on the front with that huge porch. That's awesome. That is a really nice space, I have to say. And it's 2,000 square feet above grade.
Yeah.
So that's really, really nice. Does this one have a basement? Because some of these down there
This does have a full basement.
Has a full basement, it's just not finished. Look at that space. Okay, so there's those double front, those doors at the front. All right, I can understand that a little bit.
So the living room in this property is 24 by 20, and you've got the vaulted ceiling as well, giving you, you know, the look of a lot of space in that room.
Yeah, that sofa's definitely dwarfed.
Yeah.
In that space. And that's a good sized sofa. That's not a tiny little sofa.
It's a 3-seater.
I mean, look, it requires 2-foot ceiling fans just to keep that area, you know, that nice. So
it just looks really good.
Ooh, is this the master bathroom?
That's the master bedroom.
Wow, look at those ceilings again.
Yeah.
Massive ceilings.
Huge room. Master bathroom off of it. It's a really good
12 by
property.
17 master, folks. That is a great big house.
Yeah.
All right. I can see why maybe you picked this one.
Now, 2 of the bedrooms are on the main and 1 is in the upper. Which
but this master is in the upper.
Yeah, the master
and
is in
you
the upper.
still have those vaulted ceilings.
And you also have a loft in the upper as well. So
so you could have like a third, a 4th bedroom rather. It just depends on how you use it.
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like it's a little narrow but long. That's why they haven't called it a bedroom. All right, 350 to 500K. Here we go. 10855 32nd Avenue in Pleasant Prairie. And this is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, and a 3-car garage. And this is courtesy of Realty Pro Professional Real Estate. All right. So what do we have to say about this one, Russ? What's the price on this?
This one is $469,900.
Wow.
So not even really at the top. It does have HOA
Well,
fees.
it's close to the top. It's up to 500.
But it does have HOA fees there of 175 a year, which isn't bad.
That's nothing for a year.
No.
But 0.74 of an acre, that's a great big lot.
Yeah, 0.74 of an acre, so 3/4 of an acre.
Look at all that square footage.
And 2,700
Wow,
19
2,700 square feet above grade.
with another 1,400 below grade.
Wow. Well, let's take a look at some of the pictures of this particular property and give you guys a better idea. All right, so here's the outside. That absolutely looks massive, even just from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
A little too big for my taste, but that's because I don't want to clean. I'm
But
lazy.
there's only 2 of us and a dog.
Yeah, I'm lazy. Nice kitchen, though. Nice kitchen. I love that look of the white cabinetry with the black countertops, that contrast. That's really, really nice. I know with our kitchen renovation that we're going to be going into soon here, we're planning to do dark base, and we haven't decided yet on the countertop whether we want them white or dark. I keep flip-flopping back and forth, but we're going to have the upper cabinets to be white. If we actually end up going into this 6 months or next 6 months, we're not sure which right now.
Yeah.
But really, really nice. Oh, love.
That's the master bathroom. I mean, look at that soaking tub there, and it's got.
To be honest, you know what I'm in love with? What I love about these houses, I love that shower.
Yeah.
That for me, I love those glass.
You see the way
showers.
some of the, if you go back to that picture,
yeah, I will.
Where the tub ends, it actually goes under the glass, so that's the seat for the shower.
Oh, neat. All right, let me look at that again. Oh, yeah, I see that right here, folks.
So the glass wraps over onto the backdrop of the bath.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool. All right. Over 500K. Over 500K.
Over 500. We have
and here
a
we go.
drum roll. And it's only just over 500.
So it's really close in price to the last one.
Yeah.
All right, but this one is 3713 South Lane in Franksville. 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3.5 car garage. And this is courtesy of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Power Realty. That's a long name, Russ. That takes a long time to say that name. You know, that's why I prefer Shore West Realtors. 2 words.
Yeah.
So much faster to say. Wow, the other, okay. Anyway, it's still a great property though. So we definitely want to give you some of the information on that. All right, and what is the price point on this one, Russ?
This one is priced at 559,900.
Okay, it's not so bad.
No.
This has 2,600 square feet above grade and 2,000 square feet below grade, it says.
Yeah, it's got a walkout basement, so.
Oh, so that's why. So this photo that we're seeing here is the front.
It's the front, yeah. So it looks like a ranch, but at the back it's a 2-story.
It's a full walkout basement. Yeah. Okay, well that makes more sense. That makes more sense. So let's take a look at some of the other pictures. Oh, that is a huge kitchen.
Yeah.
All right, I'm loving the wine rack.
Absolutely huge, yes.
We can put a wine rack in ours. Who needs a vent fan over the stove? I want a wine rack.
Okay.
All right. So that is a great looking. I mean, I will say the cabinetry here is definitely a more classic style. It's not as new or updated as some cabinetry, but look at all that granite countertop.
Look at that space.
How many acreage is there with this?
This one is 2.17 acres.
So it's got 2 acres as well. So it's really, really got a lot of space there on the outside.
Look at that fireplace.
Yeah, that's your love.
But
that's your love. I really don't like the stone fireplace.
Okay, you don't like the stone fireplace.
No,
but look what's behind those couches. A bank of windows looking out at the woods.
Again, that's
fantastic.
That's you. You and your
The only problem is they don't open, so you can't shoot any deer.
So he can't hunt out the windows because they're floor-to-ceiling windows. That's what he thinks is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Folks, you want to tell him what the truth is about life? All right. Anyway, so that is still a great property, though. So we're moving on now. Now we're on our open house recap. Dun, 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 dun. So, Russ, you had 602 Hayes Avenue in Racine as your first open house today. How did that go?
It went very well. I had a couple of people come through. One
Seemed very interested.
seemed very interested. It's got a novel garage or garage. I must get Americanized. It's got a great garage on this one.
Looks like it's a two-story garage.
It is a two-story. They actually have a gym up in the
Nice.
upper unit there on the garage.
So do you
you've got a
access that
staircase.
gym from inside the garage or from
Yes.
outside?
No, from inside.
Oh, that's even
There's
better.
stairs going up, and then you turn at the top. So there's a full hatch there you can go through. It was open today, and you go through. You've got electric up there. It's all boarded out, and so
I know you.
the
It
current
would
people
not
are
be
paying-
a gym. It would
But
be a
no,
it would be a pool. It would be a pool table up there, wouldn't it?
It would either be a pool table, but it would make a great craft room for someone as well. Someone who's got one of those hobbies, you know, that they want to do, or even an office. You know, you could turn it into an office and work from home without actually imposing on your home.
That's true. That would be really
So
nice.
you could have phones set up out there, you know, a computer set up out there, so you're not imposing on the rest of the family when you're
I
working.
think Russ wants to buy it.
I would, yeah. The only thing for me, I felt the bedrooms were slightly on the smaller side, but the house itself was good size.
But it's 3 bedrooms, isn't it?
It is 3
Yeah.
bedrooms, yeah.
We don't even need 3 bedrooms. We have 2 right now. So that'd be kind of good. How much was that one?
That one is 149.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah.
And great 2-car garage or 1-car garage? 2-car?
That had a 2-car garage.
Okay, so
yeah.
that has a 2-car above
One
that.
had the electric opener and one was manual.
Gotcha. All right, so then my open house was 1500 51st Street in Raymond. And this is vastly different from the 2 Russ did today, because he's got one at 149 and one still another. His other one is under 200. My house that I had an open house on in Raymond was $550,000. It is 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths, could be 5 bedrooms.
Nice.
Because on the main level, there's an office that could easily be a 5th bedroom. It has a closet, has an office. You could call it a 5th bedroom if you wanted to.
Mhm.
All right.
Cool.
So 4 bedrooms up. Master had his and hers both walk-in closets. So 2 walk-in closets, both his and hers. Awesome thing again.
Or hers, and he gets a drawer.
Well, that's fine. I don't care. But you know, the truth in our relationship is it would be his and his, not hers and hers. Let's be honest, folks. He has more clothes than I do. But it is a really great property. $550,000. It's what's really cool about that particular property in Raymond is that when you drive to it, you actually drive through this like little wooded area. You can't even see.
cool.
You can't see the house from the road at all. If you want to check it out, I have a video actually on Facebook that you can check out in the Adams Man team from my promotion today. And you actually go through this little like wooded thing, and then all of a sudden the house opens up. It's 10 acres of land, so it's horse property. Has a 3-car attached garage and a 2-car plus size, well, more like a 4-car size pole barn, but it's a 2-car garage door on the pole barn. And then, of course, it goes quite deep as well. It's about 2, so you could put 4 cars in there, or if you had a fabricating, welding, etc.
Mhm.
So 10 acres, 5+ car garage. The basement is not even finished, but it is stubbed for another bathroom. No egress window, but it is stubbed for a 3rd bathroom, so you could set that up as a whole rec room area down there as well.
Has it got stables there as well?
There's no stables, but it is rated for horses, so you can have horses
Right.
there. It's technically rated as a hobby farm right now. So awesome. For $350,000 or $550,000, that is a steal. All right. So our very last one, Russ, that is your one on Montclair.
Yes, I did 814 Montclair Drive in Racine.
Mhm.
And this one's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, and it is on at 165.
How big is the garage?
The garage is a 1.5-car garage.
All right, it's a decent size, but this is brick too, and it's on the north side.
It is brick. It's on the north side. It's really, really nice. It's been updated. It's got all new appliances as well.
Nice.
Has some new windows as well.
Nice big living room. I see it's 22
Yeah.
by 14.
Mhm.
That's
Yes, a nice
massive.
sized living room that could also. The kitchen is a good size, so you could have an eat-in kitchen. But the way the living room is laid out as well, you could also have a dining area within the living room. So this area by the over by one of the windows, just inside the front door, there's a small half wall, and the other side of that you could easily put a formal dining table there.
Right, and still have plenty of room in the
out
living
and
room.
still have plenty of room. Yeah.
Very nice. So how did that go? Did you have a lot of people?
I had a couple of people there. Some people that had, one couple had been to a previous open house.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always cool to meet up with people that you've seen previously, because you start getting a bond and
Cementing that relationship.
yeah, and seeing what other type of properties that they're interested in.
You already have something for our bloopers roll for
I
today.
know. I tried to put out a video for this one as well. I always do videos for my open house, but unfortunately the sound wouldn't work on the first clip, which may be a blessing in disguise.
Because it was quite bloopery. He showed it to me when he got back.
Yeah.
Trust me, you may see it on a blooper reel in a future time.
Yeah.
All right, so we've done that, and now we're on to our very last segment. We've gone a little bit longer this week than we normally do, but here is our tip of the week. Now, this tip of the week is really for people who already have their house on the market or who are thinking about putting it on in the next couple of weeks. And it's something that we do all the time. So, trick or treat open house. So, what is a trick or treat open house? Russ, you want to talk about what a trick or treat open house is?
Sure, we've done these on many occasions when we've had one of our listings that's been available over the Halloween period. We will hold a trick or treat. We find out when they're doing trick or treating in the neighborhood, and we will hold an open house. We will take the treats to the house, and then we can give candy to the kids and brochures to the adults.
So here's the best part about this. I'm going to read some of this off to you. So the nice thing is there's a couple of benefits here. One, the sellers are free to take their kids trick-or-treating, and the agent can hand out the treats to the kids and marketing to parents. The other thing is, in this area, I know, when we've had one in Mount Pleasant, what I know happens is that some people who maybe live in non-preferred neighborhoods in Racine will oftentimes take their kids from that neighborhood into a safer neighborhood or a neighborhood they prefer to do trick-or-treating, and they love doing that. So they go into this neighborhood, and because it's a nicer neighborhood, it's a place they wish they did live. So here's what's cool about that is you are giving them marketing to people who want
to live in that neighborhood.
To live in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't bring their kids over there. If they didn't love that neighborhood, they wouldn't bring their kids there. So here's the advantages. And I'm going to go back to that PowerPoint again. I know I keep flip-flopping back and forth here. All right, so the nice thing is for the seller, for you, if you're the seller of the home, you're free to take your kids trick-or-treating, and your agent can handle the treats. Nice, because then the expense is on them. And they can hand out the marketing to the parents. A lot of times parents don't come through because, of course, they're taking their kids trick-or-treating. They don't want to stop the trick-or-treating for it. But they get that brochure, they get your information, they get the details, and they take it with them. And that's really important. But you might be surprised at how many parents love your neighborhood, don't live there, but secretly wish they did.
Yes.
And for some of them, those are potential buyers. And that is marketing gold. And that is a win-win for everyone.
So that's our tip of the week. If you've got a listing, hold it open on the Halloween night.
Yeah, get ready to do that at Halloween.
Yeah.
So, anyway, 4 baths. I see that, Jay.
We
That's
did it
your
last
dream?
year on multiple days because we had listings in different areas and they had Halloween was on different nights in both the areas. So we held a couple of open houses. It was great.
JK put in 4 baths is his dream. I don't know why 4 baths is his dream. I know.
You can only use one at a time.
I know. I said baths are great as long as there is more than one. Absolutely. So JK, first of all, thanks so much for tuning in. I know we've got other people who watch us but don't subscribe to YouTube, but they watch us religiously every week. So we want to say hi to Sandra. I know there's somebody else out there that does because every week we have at least Sandra and somebody else watching. I don't know who it is because they never log in.
They stay anonymous.
They do. They stay anonymous. And other times we have people coming and going. Thanks so much for hanging in with us this week, guys. I think that's pretty much all we have for this week, right? Anything else you
I
want to
think
say,
no,
Russ?
that's it. I'm
Okay.
gonna have a drink, and so it's good night from him or her, and it's good night from me.
And it's good night from all of us. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to check out, we are uploading our Tuesday tour every week, as well as we are uploading now once a week another video. At the moment, it's just me. Guys, give him
I
some
haven't
feedback.
had my video camera to be able to
Oh.
film anything.
Excuses. You use your phone to film those videos just as much as your video camera. Excuses from him. All right, folks. So we'll see you soon. Have a great week, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Bye.
Bye.